Foreign Ministry has announced a levy of 84% tariffs on US goods, up from the previous 34%, emphasizing that it will never accept US's behavior, and China has maintained that these additional tariffs will be imposed on goods from America from 10th of April. Additionally, Chinese Commerce Ministry has announced that it has added 12 US entities to its exports control list, while including 6 American entities to its unreliable entity list. Soon after the announcement, the US stock index futures have taken a sharp dive. Dow futures is down 0.84%, Nasdaq has slipped 1.54%, and S&P 500 has plummeted by 1.57%. That's not all. The State Council Information Office of China has released a white paper outlining China's stance on economic and trade issues with America. It has stressed the importance of talks between the two sides based on mutual respect and win-win cooperation. Additionally, China has urged India to join hands in resisting what it terms the abuse of tariffs by America. In fact, we are getting to know that the European Union has also taken revenge on Donald Trump's metals tariffs by approving a retaliation on around 21 billion euros of US products. This decision has been taken after a vote by approval by EU parliamentarians. A majority of the EU's 27 member states voted in favor of the penalties, some of which will start taking effect in mid-April. The tariffs will target politically sensitive American states that include products such as soya bean from Louisiana, home to US House Speaker Mike Johnson, as well as diamonds, agricultural products, poultry and motorcycles. The European Commission, the bloc's executive arm, has said that the countermeasures can be suspended at any time should America agree to a fair and balanced negotiated outcome. The move adds to the growing transatlantic trade war, with America also having supplied a universal 20% tariff on nearly all European exports, as well as separate 25% duty on cars and some auto parts. Trump has said he'll announce additional tariffs on lumber, semiconductor chips and pharmaceutical products as well. All of Trump's new tariffs have hitting around 380 billion euro of EU goods. I'm going to start my conversation. Joining me on the telecast quickly, Ambassador Basuti Mukherjee. Thanks for joining me. And Ambassador Mukherjee, in wake of the global trade war, it looks like the highlight of this battle that is going to be long drawn is China and America. But latest information coming in that European Union has also levied heavy tariffs on the Trump administration on a number of goods, right from agricultural produce, the likes of soya bean, to motorcycles, to beauty products as well. How is this going to impact America?
We have to wait and see how that happens, but let us not forget that United States is a very large economy, and European Union will be much more affected than United States. European Union would be well advised to try to enter into talks with the Americans, trade talks with the Americans, instead of taking such a confrontational approach, which I heard the EU representative saying that if you touch one European country, you touch the entire European Union. The issue is that the EU has also been very protectionist about its own products. Let's not forget, Megha, that we've been trying to negotiate an FTA with the EU for more than 12 years now, and they have refused to give any space to the fact that we are an emerging economy and we cannot open up our economy to a fully developed block of countries the way they want us to do. And it's on agriculture, actually, that they want us to completely open up our entire agricultural sector to the European Union. So, with due respect, Megha, I think that ultimately the EU will have to back down because they stand to lose much more than the Americans. As far as China is concerned, this seems to be going to a very high decibel level, which is alarming because it could impact the global economy. So I do hope that the two sides, after having reached these very high decibel levels, calm down and also talk to each other to see how they can manage. But it is a fact that even right from the time of President Biden, the Americans had been trying to develop supply chains separate from China because they were aware of the fact that such an excessive dependence on China was not good in the short, medium and long term for American economic development. So it's going to result in some pain on the American markets. I do agree with Trump on that. But ultimately, I think the Americans will level out. As far as the Chinese saying that we should join them in the war on Trump's tariffs, that is completely laughable, considering the way the Chinese have treated us like a very junior partner. They have done salami slicing of our territory. They have tried to inundate our market with their steel and other products, etc. I am sure that our government and our Prime Minister will not fall into this Chinese trap. They will negotiate as we are doing now, and we will find a way out with the Americans in our own way, in accordance with our national interests, which certainly does not coincide in any way whatsoever with China's national interests. We should not fall into this trap. We should just distance ourselves from these overtures, which are purely opportunistic, and they are not genuine, and they will be withdrawn the moment the Chinese feel that they're back on comfortable ground again. Megha.
Andrew Leung also on the